Jade Tootoosis joins us in the studio this afternoon. Jade, tell us about your cousin Colton and the type of person he was.
Colton was a sweet, kind of quiet, goofy guy. He was the type of person that didn't like to be in the spotlight or at the forefront. He was the person who liked to be behind the scenes and helping and supporting, but he wasn't, when I say goofy, he was the type of person that would be like, in the moments of silliness, and that he would be right involved and giggling in the background, knowing that, you know, something just happened, and it was that good spirited energy about him that brought that lightness to the family. And even when I got married here in Edmonton, I had a round dance out in Enoch, just along the west end of the city. And my family came from Saskatchewan, and he was the type of person that walked in the hall and was like, you know, what do you need us to do? I need the teepee put up with no hesitation, with no complaints or what, you know, just got right involved. He was a firekeeper in our community for wakes and round dances and ceremonies. So that was a role that I didn't even have to say anything. He just, you know, will watch the fire for the evening. Wow. And as I reflect on some of my photos from my celebration, I have pictures of him round dancing, and it just, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling to see that smile of him, but to know that he's not here anymore. No. And he is very loved.
What's going on through the red pheasant community right now, even with his parents? I mean, how are they holding up?
It's a roller coaster of emotions. There's times when we have strength and we're all together and we feel strong together, and then there's moments of weakness where we just fall apart. And it's difficult because when you lose someone, you go through the grieving process of, you know, like mourning your loss, and you bury them and you honor them. And in our traditions, we put their pictures away for 1 year to help us with our grief. But with losing Colton in this way, it's almost like a constant discussion. His picture seems to be everywhere. You look, people want to know about it, and it contributes to that roller coaster of emotions for sure. And especially with the Globe and Mail articles, there was a lot of things that the family and we didn't vocalize or speak out about, just as a means that it was just disgusting and troublesome and a bit scary. Like we've never dealt with the criminal justice system in this way, with a homicide case, and wanting to make sure that we do things accordingly, that they don't just get swept away or pushed aside. And so with the Globe and Mail article coming out, especially this weekend, and us being able to share a bit of the nightmare that my family's endured with working with the judicial system and the RCMP, this weekend's been a really emotional weekend for the family. It's more like a wound that just constantly keeps getting reopened, and so our grief, it's a more troublesome journey for us at the moment.
Jade Tootoosis joining us on the show this afternoon. You have a petition that you are circulating right now. Tell us about the petition and what you hope will come out of it.
So with our petition, if you read the Globe and Mail, once again, it just gives a lot of context how the RCMP and the judicial system has handled the case thus far. And at this time, my family, with the advice of our legal advisor, Christopher Murphy, we are asking the ministry to assign an out-of-province prosecutor to the case, as well as an out-of-province lead investigator, because we just don't have no trust in the Saskatchewan officials at this time. So with the petition, we feel that hundreds of voices are stronger than one voice, than just the family's voice. And I know this loss and what happened to my brother Colton affects not just us, but it seems to be creating waves all across Saskatchewan. I mean, I have people coming up to me and telling me their own losses with their own family members and how things were handled. And it's disheartening to know that this is not an isolated event, or that other families were treated so poorly. So as a chance for fair justice, we just want a chance for fair justice. We would like an outside perspective to the case.